Hello everybody and welcome to part 39 of my Lizardman campaign as Kroq-Gar. We have just completed the Vortex campaign, so we now have a nice big debuff to everybody, which is 100. So I did make a little mistake. I thought the Lizardmen factions would be staying friends with me afterwards, because up until now the debuff was to everybody else, and the other factions and the Lizardmen factions all got a buff. So I've messed up just a little bit, though they are still very friends with me at the moment. Now, I have done a little bit of admin before I started this, simply because every single one of my lords got 5 levels, and 5 levels per lord, as you can imagine, is a lot of levels, a lot of levelling up to do, which took me a good sort of 5-6 minutes to do straight out. So I did that not on things. I didn't think you wanted to watch me clicking buttons for 5 or 6 minutes straight, because it's not the most interesting use of your time. So we get into the campaign. I do still have another little bit more admin to do, which I am doing while you're watching, although most of it is already being done. I am slowly moving my armies up to the coast. I'm going to move them up next to my dwarf friends here, which is where we are going to launch our invasion of Ulthuan from. Because that is our current plan. We are going to go and invade Ulthuan and make the High Elves pay for their war. They have been pushing against me for a long time. Now, at the same time, I want to move a lot of armies up here, because this is going to be a hard fight. But at the same time, I do want to keep myself defended, which is why these guys are also being moved down. I'm going to move these guys along as well, because these guys don't like me particularly much at the moment, so I just want to keep an eye on them. I want to keep some armies in position to deal with them, and I'm building up another army here as well, just in case. These guys have got a little bit of repair to do, and they can go up and join the invasion. I've been advised I shouldn't have got rid of all my walls. However, we will see how this goes, because I'm a few ahead of the person who's watching that, because I will be getting a few invasions. Now, I prefer to keep myself protected with armies, and by getting rid of the walls I can afford a few armies, and I can pump a few armies out a bit quicker. As you can see, I've already got a couple of armies being pushed out here, just to help me along. Let's have a look what else I can build here. Sorry, I'm being a bit quiet all of a sudden. But no, I just want to get myself into a position where I can... basically where I'm pumping my economy out so I can maintain lots and lots and lots of doom stacks. Because doom stacks win wars. I'm sure that's the right comment, isn't it? Okay, I'm a bit low on money, so I'm going to end turn now. And we'll see what happens through this turn. I need to be a little careful, because Lothan don't like me, and they are possibly the most powerful other faction in the game at the moment, which is why I'm going to send multiple armies against them. They do have armies just marching around the world at the moment in various different places, so I'm hoping they're not prepared for this invasion, though Lothan on its own is going to be a tough fight, so it's not something I'm going to take lightly. I am going to throw big armies at them. Yeah, Mazamundi is up there dealing with the Law Masters, and he is still good friends with me, even though I'm losing some rep with him. They are still friends with me at the moment. And obviously, these guys don't like me, unsurprisingly. And we do still have some Dark Elves down here, and we've got this Orc faction here to deal with as well. Sorry about that. So yeah, we've got various factions doing things. As I said, I do want to keep an eye on those elves below me. If I can keep them friendly, I will be keeping them friendly. But obviously, there's various chances. We'll have to see what's going on with them, and we'll work out where to go next. Hopefully, I've got a couple of armies there, so even if they do go aggressive, I can at least fend them off and possibly even capture those territories, which is more territories to me. They don't trade with me anymore, so I don't mind stomping up and down on their faces a bit more. If I need to, I'd like to keep all the dwarf factions friendly with me, because I've been staunch allied with all the dwarf factions for as long as I've through the whole game. I've been friends with dwarfs, so if I can keep them friends with me, keep them in military alliances, I will do. I think to get a domination victory, I only need to wipe out the other main races. I need to deal with Mazamundi, both elf factions and both dark elf factions, and hold and maintain 50 territories. I'm on 30 something now, and I can even potentially start pushing out a lot more now. Right, where did that go? Hang on, I just want to have a quick look through all of my notifications, because last time I got another notification with a little pop down of stuff to read. Might be a turn or two off then. Let's go and poke him. He can stop raiding near my elven ruins. Call all of my allies to help. Not that I'm going to need them. Goodbye. Oh, I can't actually quite catch up this turn. Right, I do have a couple of armies being built up down here. I want to have another defensive army down here now I've started getting rid of my walls. Let's get a couple of horned ones. What else can I get here? Can't get Croxies here yet. Oh, I should be able to get Croxies at some point, but not just yet. So what do I want instead? This doesn't need to be my best army in the world. Can I push anything out in a couple of turns from up here, which is worth getting? Right, let's pop out a load of horned ones, because this is more... I'm not necessarily going to be dealing with large units from down there, so I don't need the cold one spears. Actually, I'm going to start popping out... Oh no! Ah, silly me! Oh, that was silly of me, I messed up there. I do kind of wish there was an undo button when you're doing stuff like this. You go, oops, I made a silly. Oops, I did a silly. Okay, so. We are good up here. I do want to keep walls up here because this is on my front lines. Right, you are actually going to push this way into here. Let's hope the orcs don't do anything annoying. Right, you are going to start pushing down into the Skaven territory because I'm more worried about them than I am most other people. As you can see, this guy was quite low level before. I got like 5 levels on him when we completed the Vortex campaign, which is quite a nice bigger boost in things. So here you can get a wall as well because you are my front lines. My front lines, I'm still keeping all of these walls on. For the very simple reason that it stops people getting through. Now they can theoretically avoid them. Right, this guy is ready. How many armies do I want to invade with? I want to bring this army up simply because it's got some units I want to be moving into Kroq-Gar's army, and you See, I'm worried about these elf factions. I do have a couple of armies here, and I am building a third army. So you can come up here as well, and we are building up armies in my other territories as well. So I think I should be building an army up here too. I'm a bit skint just now, so let's leave that one for now. We do have these guys, so I might be unskint rather soon. Let's start sneaking up and around, doing a bit of exploration. And let's get this one, then we'll push in and get that one, then come down and get this one. So it's an extra 5k. So that's that can go into this army here. And I can get a lot of nice things here. We'll get a unit of Kroxes as well. So that's a nice thing. So even if it's just a defensive force for now. Now this place doesn't have walls in any of the territories, though I've got this one up here which doesn't have walls even. That's probably my most exposed territory at the moment. Let's just check how I'm doing diplomatically. So while I am losing rep with these guys, they are still very friendly. Oh no, see, I'm not getting the minus 100 with these guys. I've got the great power aversion, that is it.
Valiant Lord.
So it's everybody else I get the minus 100 with. However, some of these guys I have been friends with for such a long time. You know, while I am slowly losing rep, and I'm gonna be honest, they're not going to be the worst people to crush if I do end up having to. Though I will try and put that off for as long as I can. You are going and joining this army, I believe. Okay, I think we are good to end turn again. Now once I've got 3 armies in place here, I will probably start proceeding with my invasion of Ulfwam. Because I can probably really start pushing it then. You know, I've got quite powerful armies, I'm going to be honest. I think they are very powerful armies. Sorry, I should have made these guys move before the end of a turn. Can I think I can speed up my own movements as well. Let's just have a quick look. If it lets me pause. Yeah, I can speed up my own movements as well, so that's probably a bit better to do. Let's see what Lawmaster's doing. I don't think they're going to be doing much to worry me at the moment. They have a single hero doing something. And one territory stuck right in the middle of me. So Nagrand, I can't really see what they're doing. Obviously we've got various other people doing various bits and pieces. We've got a Black Ark down there now. So there's something I want to watch because they can build armies on those Black Arks. Clan Pestilence is... Oh, they've jumped into the mountains here, so I want to pay attention to that. They are moving down. I think they are fighting dwarfs, though. They can use the underway, so they can jump under this mountain range, which is something I want to be aware of. All of these elves are still doing their own things. The other thing which can also happen is Lothern could theoretically confederate with some of those guys down there, which would mean that they would jump straight onto their side. Now, there is a mod which I've been using in Total War 1 a lot, which basically stops any confederation at all. And I quite like it, though I don't think it would be as good for this campaign. It might be one I'll be looking at using in the Mortal Empires one, because it just makes the entire campaign that much more epic, because you've got to fight for everything. You know, you can get allies, but they'll never just join you outright, and it's always an odd mechanic, so it is quite a fun thing to use. So if you guys think I should use that, let me know. Otherwise I'll keep it off, because for these I'm trying to keep them relatively vanilla for the time being. Though once I've got into this, once I'm a bit more comfortable, I might try a few major mods for some of the earlier Total Wars, or for different games. I'm going to do a few other strategy games on here. Once I've got my fill of Total War, I'm also going to do a Stellaris campaign as well, if any of you have watched that, which is a space game, so that'll be quite fun. Epilogue. Right, so Targax and Yakanazuzat entered their master's star chamber. Lower caste skink attendants fanned the slan with great fronds. "Revered master, we have returned," said Yakanazuzat enthusiastically. Targax growled. The slan did not stir. Even so, the skink and Kroq-Gar approached their sleeping master with the appropriate respect. Lord Mazamundi says his. The mage priest's eyes snapped open. Its hypnotic stare bored into Yuck's eyes, and a deep, endless hum flooded the chamber. "The world is in peril," spoke the Slan, the words appearing directly into Yuck's head, above the endless hum. "Forgive me, Master, but your timeline is not synced. We have just averted disaster. The great vortex is now in our possession." "No!" boomed the voice in the skink's head. "A greater threat to this world arises. What has just occurred is but a small meal compared to the feast of the ancient enemy. The ancient enemy has in store for us. Nakari comes, and we must be ready." Now, I don't know who Nakari is, so I'm going to look that up in my next end turn with you guys, because I'm interested now who that is. He says while he's typing it into his phone, so you can look at it during the next end turn. I'm just talking to distract you now. I'll have a proper look at that in the next turn and read it out, but it looks like it's a Chaos God, which kind of makes sense. So we've got a few traits. Tarsic has leveled up, so he's got just a few general traits which tend to be positive. Let's chase this guys. I think I'm just going to chase these guys out of my territory. Can I double tap them? Yes, I can double tap them this time. Nice, easy auto resolve. Now that's an odd. A giant, some orcs, and humans. Oh, I don't like them. Orcs and humans. Nasty army that. Right, now you can start double timing up here as well. We've got my other army on its way. You are repairing. I think 4 will be enough for the invasion, so he can stay around there just to help defend. These two are good here. And we have another level up. Let's pop on Curse of Midnight. Let's move you into Golden Colossus. Right, so that's a nice easy auto. And let's start pressuring Clan Pestilence. You can move up and hit here. It's another nice easy auto. And let's hit these orcs. Keep them off my territory, because they're not friendly. This is interesting now, because all of my guys who are lower level, like this guy, I can actually technically recruit higher level people than him now if I were to want to. Okay, so this has put me directly on Mazamundi's borders. No, he is still friendly. I'm going to wait until he's getting a bit of pressure from the Dark Elves again, because I can probably still force a confederation before things get too grotty. Okay, we're still recruiting down here. Let's get a little bit more going. Let's pop a couple of units of spears in as well. Oh, that's nice of them to drop things right next to me. Oh, another 10k. Oh, and I just found some high elves. Just another nice buff, and let's see. I think I just found a high elf invasion force. Let's spread out to try and find where they're going to land. Sorry, I've gone a bit quiet again. Trying to work out what I want to build. So Tarsik has leveled up again. He is getting quite powerful. Okay, and let's end turn. So let's have a quick look. So Nakari is a notorious keeper of secrets, which can trace its origins to the Great Chaos Incursion. Blah 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 blah. Oh, what's happening now? Blah 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 blah. So it's a demon. Nakari is a demon, so that's something I'm going to have to deal with at some point. So I would imagine we're going to get a bit of a DLC or something at some point there. And we have some elves who've landed. Well, they're asking to be eaten, I think. And I think I can oblige. So they've seen my armies. They know I'm... Well, if they were human, they'd know I'm coming, but they're not human. So we'll have to... So they might not necessarily know I'm coming. Let's try and get this this little bit of Teclis's territory before Mazamundi does, actually. Oh! Oh! Okay, so we're in for a good fight here, guys. We have got a whole lot of Skaven slaves and clan rat spears. And this is where I wish I had a wall, so the person who made that comment might have been correct, because they are going to surround me. So I'm going to do some of the ancient tactic known as corner camping, like a little wuss. We'll see the shape of this map, because if I've got a good hill, I might position myself on that. Otherwise, we might do a little bit of corner camping, because that will keep us safer. This is Lord Skrolk, so he's going to have some good spells. I don't think they had any artillery in it. There's a whole lot of Skaven slaves here, which are just chaff. And clan rats again, so there's nothing really high level here, but there is a whole lot of them. And to be fair, even if I had walls, I probably wouldn't be able to fill them, so they'd manage to get around me quite a lot. And a lot of slingers who are going to be a pain, going to be a right pain to deal with. So we'll see how this goes. I might need to start really pushing and throwing another army together and bringing an army down here. If I lose a few territories at this point, I lose a few territories at this point. I would prefer not to. I mean, if I lose at this point, I lose at this point. I don't think I will with the size of my forces, however. So, what a cool map this is. Why can't I have fought them on this bridge? You know, that would have been a really good place to do it. So you can see the town in the background and all these hills and the sort of remains of old buildings and things here. It is a gorgeous map. So let's work out what I want to do here. One big line. My hero and my lord in the middle. And we are not even going to be subtle. I am going to try and do something a little bit different here. I am going to try and fold them into my middle to an extent. Which may or may not work. If I can do it, it will actually mean I can get around their sides a bit more, even though they are a larger force than me. Now this is a very difficult tactic to do. When it evolves is me pulling my middle back as they get close. So I've got a little bit of a curve on here, and they are pulling right into the middle, and what I'm going to do is, just before they get to me, I'm actually going to pull a little bit back. And I'm going to pause to try and get this right. So right now, ooh, I'm missing one. We are gonna, oh no, we're gonna leave there until they charge, and then we're gonna pull back. Now, Now, this is working nicely. They are going right into the trap. So they are actually pulling right in. And now we are going to turn and charge them. To be there, I could have probably just held the line. And let's start hammering in behind them to really pressure them. Getting these guys around the back to start dealing with their ranged. These guys are holding their own. I am taking a bit of damage. So I'll throw out some spells. We've got them nicely encircled here. Oh, watch those guys fly. Let's try and push straight through. We are already breaking some of their units. Let's charge you guys into their side. Watch them fly. Now I do have another army, I am aware of this, which I don't know if is here yet. So I want to keep this pressure on. You can charge into their backs. You guys can get involved just to add a bit of pressure. That guy's on his own, you need to give him some support. Let's get both of my lords on Kroq now. This is probably where we're having the hardest fight. The rest of them are cracking. I am getting some units which I'm losing control of. Let's just keep chasing these guys down with that unit. Let's get all of you guys firing at Kroq. You guys can fire at him. Oh god, he is hurting. I need to pull him out. Ah! Right, I'm throwing a heal on him, even though he's running. Heal him up, get him back in once he's retreated a bit. I'm still pulling him out. Kroq is hurting me! A lot! These Skaven slaves are not breaking! You get up and get onto Kroq. Okay, Kroq is my issue at the moment. He is just not breaking. These guys are starting to break, so let's hammer in. Let's really make the most of my most of this now. He can charge in because he causes terror. I'm aware he's not on the best HP, so I want to be careful still. Those guys can charge. And here comes the other army. I need to deal with Kroq. Kill Kroq. This is not going my way at all, actually. Kroq is powerful at the moment. He must be quite leveled up. It's not even broken yet. Right, he's breaking now. Let's get the few guys I have control of into a nice line. You guys, you can stay on scroll. You can pull around the side, you can pull around the side as well. Oh god. All of these guys can finish off Skroq, kill Skroq. Come on, take him out. We are surrounding them and we are doing a lot of damage. If I can finish off Skroq. Where did he go? Stay on him. Chase him down, guys. I want to pay attention to his HP. If he gets too low, I am going to pull him out. Come on, hit him. I know you guys are a bit weak, but I don't care. You need to kill Skroq. You're too engaged there, mate. You can stop pulling out. Come on, kill him! Guy's healing himself. Oh, and he is getting shredded. Oh no, not you, not you. Kill him! Come on! Oh, this is turning into a bloody little battle. And my guys are starting to break. And Skroq is still alive. And now he's down. Now we're just getting involved. You can pull out and you can start dealing with all that ranged behind. And here it goes. Come on. That is why taking out Skroq was so important. Just keep the pressure on, guys. Got lots of rat to eat tonight. Come on! Oh, maybe I pulled my lord out at the wrong time there. They are breaking. Still on an edge. I have no control over my army here. Hit that unit which is still up. Come on. Get in there with your Carnosaur. Come on, Tepchik. Well, weird name. Come on, they're starting to rally behind us, guys. This is tempting face of fate with him on this low HP, but I need to. I am disengaging him for the rest of this battle. I think we're getting here. We just need to keep the pressure on, keep chasing them down. Come on! This is the thing, they are gaining their morale back so quickly as well. We are pushing them into the corner. I know I am bothering popping his buff. I mean, I pretty much am not actually controlling my army at this point. This little unit of skinks up here, in their midst, pushing them along, doing its job. And this unit chasing one rat. Oh, that's their other warlord, Mutin, who's being chased by all these skinks. They're hacking at his heels. Oh, that was a tricky fight, guys. It's a lot of rats. I mean, if they second army had come in quicker, I'd have probably suffered well, I would have definitely suffered a lot more. So, wow. Some of those kill counts, guys. 350, my lord, 226, 342, 359. They earned their bread today. Oh, I mean, I lost just over 500, nearly 3,000 Skaven, and they were quite low-level Skaven. And I think that is all that Kroq can put together at the moment, which is why I wasn't particularly worried by that. It was going to be a hard fight, but even if I'd lost it, I'd have been able to pull together a very basic army very quickly, and even potentially pull that other army nearby straight back down and into this territory to hit him. My bigger worry there is the elves, so I'm actually probably going to sail that other army over here just to be in position in case the elves come at me, because they are by far the bigger threat here. We are now at 40 minutes actually, guys, so I am going to be ending it here. So we're going to be pushing in and finishing off Kroq, which I don't think is going to be too difficult. And then we're going to be pushing the invasion of Orphan. I think we need to eat them. Okay, anyway guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to ask any questions or give me any feedback. If you think I'm doing it wrong, by all means tell me. I'm more than happy to put my hands up and say I am not an expert at Total War. Oh, it was the Skaven they were at war with. I was a little scared for a second there. Anyway guys, as I said, I am ending it here, so thank you very much for your time.